All right, we're here tonight with Coach David Kuhl, the head coach of the Brookings Bobcats. Well, you just come off a fine performance here against Stevens tonight.
Yeah, it was nice to see the boys play well. After we got a few goals in, I was able to get some other people on the field. And everybody started playing together really well. But the most important thing was my back line played solid. The back four have been solid all year. And, we got some great guys. I mean, we got a big group of seniors and juniors on this team for varsity, and they stepped up today.
Well, it looked like, when Stevens got stringing some passes together, they got in, but you always had 5, 6 guys back there to stop them.
Well, I told the guys, especially at halftime, when we were already up, you got to play like you're down 1-0 or it's 0-0. You can't let down. Stevens, regardless of the score, they've got good players on that team and they play well together. It was nice to see that tonight was our night, and it's been a long time in Brookings since the boys have put 6 goals up in a game, so it's nice to see.
Last week you were up 2-0 on Rapid City Central at halftime. Did you have any thoughts at this halftime about, oh, here we go again?
Actually, yes. I told those guys, I said, nothing like last weekend. Last weekend's game is, tough game, 90 minutes. Central's got some really good players on that team, and I just told those guys to buckle down. 11 guys play defense on the field, no matter who it is, and everybody steps in front of the ball and make sure you got your man's mark. So,
your keeper did some good work tonight, but he didn't really have to do a lot.
That's what made me a little nervous towards the end of the game. Stevens started bringing. I think they found a comfort zone. And they found a couple spots where they thought they could play on the field well, and they did. And that's what I'm worried about. When your goalie doesn't get a lot of hands play, they get a little cold, a little rusty. So I was hoping that they'd get a few good shots on him, just to keep him in his head in the game. I was getting nervous there for a little bit.
Well, when you're up by that many goals, you don't have that big of a discomfort factor. But, I really thought that watching your guys tonight, they really played well together. They get up and down the field in a hurry. They aren't wasting a bunch of time with unnecessary possession.
Yeah. I like holding the ball as a team. I try and stress to the guys, you still got to build your attack. But, if you hold the ball too long, it allows the defense to set up. In past history in Brookings, we don't have the amount of kids to choose from as a lot of some of the other towns do. So, our players, we got to train them well and get them prepared for the game, and make sure they're playing well together. Like last year's team, regardless of our record, was a good team. We just couldn't put the ball in the net. In the games we were in, we had a lot of 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 games, and we were in those games. This year, we're actually putting the ball in the net, and I think the more these guys put the ball in the net, they realize they can compete with these teams. If anybody came and watched our game against Central in the first half, we played well, and that was probably the best I've seen a team play yet from Brookings as a varsity team, and probably since Jason Parker won state. And there's a lot of good teams in there that we had. This team plays well together. They're comfortable. They know where each other's at, and that helps.
You can hear the talk on the field, and they talk with a lot of team mindedness and a lot of good direction.
Yeah, they. The last couple weeks, let me restart that. The way we started the season, I should say, we weren't talking very well. And at practice, we work on it, and we work on it, and we work on it, and finally, I had to play a game, and I said, the only way you guys are going to play this game is if you're yelling at each other. Demand it, and it'll come to you. If you just be squeaky about it, nobody's going to hear you, especially on like a windy day, like it generally is in South Dakota. As long as they keep talking and they play defense well, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, they look pretty good to me. Well, Coach Kuhl, thanks again for spending some time with us tonight. We're glad we got to get up here to Brookings to actually get some video of you guys and show the state what you look like. What do you have coming up this rest of the week?
Tomorrow we play Spearfish, which that's going to be a tough game. Every year Spearfish Field's a good team. I don't know how they do. It's kind of like us. It's a small area, but they're always prepared. They're always fast. They're always very physical, and they're skilled. I'm hoping maybe they get a little tiredness from playing the game tonight, and it helps us out, in the same way. And then Tuesday we got Lincoln, so we got 2 tough games back to back. So So it's going to be a rough one.
Well, Brandon tied him last night, and it was earlier in the week, and Brandon is one of those teams just like you that are really making people pay attention this year.
Yeah, when we played Brandon Valley, that was a tough game. It was hard to take a loss when you give up a goal in the last 3 minutes of the game, 4 minutes of the game, and I'm looking forward to to my game tomorrow, but coming in Monday, hoping. I told these guys I would be nice to get 2 wins out of the weekend. Looking at the standings, how close they are. But even 1 win out of the weekend's great. Coming in Monday, hoping the kids are confident. You can only take the games 1 game at a time, especially the way they got the state tournament set up this year. The last 2 years. So it's been great. It's been fun, and doing the interviews is fun because I don't know. It's kind of nice that Brookings is getting a little recognized out here.
Well, they deserve it. So, Coach, good luck tomorrow. A great effort by your guys tonight and a great result. And I'll be on the phone with you tomorrow afternoon to see how you did.
Thank you very much.